Good morning, everyone. So this would be the first session of environment, and we would be just skimming through the important topics. So the agenda would be like completing the 7 chapters or like 6 chapters of the respective subject within half hour, or it might take 45 minutes. So just open your source and keep cross cautioning each other so that we can complete it as soon as possible. So first question is, what is the difference between environment and ecology?
हाँ तो इन्वायरमेंट और इकोलॉजी में बेसिक डिफरेंस ये है कि इन्वायरमेंट इज लार्जर एंटिटी विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू इकोलॉजी और इकोलॉजी में इज विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू ऑर्गेनिजम्स एंड देयर सराउंडिंग्स का इंटरेक्शन बट इन्वायरमेंट एनकम्पासेस ऑल दी बायोटिक अबायोटिक और सारी चीजें
It is the actually address of the organism where he lives. And ecosystem, what is the ecosystem? So it is a functional unit of nature where living organisms and all those abiotic organisms interact with each other.
यस ऑल राइट इकोटोन भी इसी से रिलेटेड कुछ
Yeah, ecotone is a transitional zone between two different ecosystems. Any example of ecotone?
इकोटोन फॉर एग्जांपल दी मार्श फील्ड वगैरह होती है ना.
Yes, wetland is also one of the example of that. Wetlands, mangroves, all are the example of the same.
Correct.
Okay, what is the difference between abiotic and biotic? Let us move in a fast fashion. So just like keep shooting the answers first. What is biotic and abiotic?
Hello? Hello?
Yes, you're
Yes, go on.
Hello.
Okay, so biotic includes the living organisms and abiotic includes the non-living organisms.
Non-living part.
Okay, so biotic may animals, plant, and human even are the biotic source, like just in a way. And non-biotic may.
I think abiotic have soil also, no?
Abiotic. Soil is there in abiotic.
Yes.
Yeah, so light and soil.
Exactly.
Yeah, photosynthesis process is also in abiotic process, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what is euthermal and stenothermal? Like basic difference between both?
Actually, process cannot be abiotic. It is done. Process itself is intermediary. Process is done by the.
Then sunlight is the abiotic factor, no? I just explained the process.
Light can be abiotic, but the organisms doing that, they are the biotic part doing the abiotic process.
Okay. Sorry, I explained the process also. Yeah, ma'am, next question. Hello.
Yes.
What dieback mechanism? Dieback mechanism.
Dieback mechanism.
Okay, so what happens in dieback actually? The progressive part of a leaf or something which starts dying from the tip of the plant portion. Dieback mechanism.
Could you please spell
Okay,
it?
then okay, so next question is, can you please arrange all these four things? I will be speaking and you have to arrange it in a order. So population, biome, biosphere, community. Please arrange it.
I think first come population. Yeah, tell.
हाँ करो आप ट्राई करो.
They
Okay, so first comes the population, then comes the community, then ecosystem, biome, and it will be followed by biosphere.
yeah.
Okay. What is niche? Ecological niche.
I think it zone where eco is is the
Ecological niche is organism living in a habitat and the function that that the particular organism does.
Yeah, you need to, that is a unit functional role. So that is correct. And now we are moving to next. We have discussed ecotone and ecological niche. Habitat we have also discussed. These all are the PYQs. So just have a brief idea of everything. And okay. So can you please tell me what is edge effect? What is edge effect? EDGE, edge effect.
No, I don't
Okay,
know.
so what it is? Okay. So suppose there are two habitats and two habitats में जो community होता है, population होती है या community होता है, उसमें जो changes होते हैं उसे बोलते हैं edge effect. Means the like number of the organisms or the community existing in that particular part. So that is edge effect. Okay, what is sixth mass extinction? Actually, in this term, the basically word is the click mass extinction. So what it means actually the overexploitation and misuse of the natural resources.
हाँ 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 हाँ. अरे मैं बता ही रहा था इतने.
And
वो उसी को दिस इज
yeah,
आल्सो
and
कॉल्ड
also
एंथ्रोपोसीन वाला ना, होलोसीन या एंथ्रोपोसीन.
Anthropocene is actually that was also
ह्यूमन एज.
observed in the time of COVID when there was a COVID. So that time it was also like observed in the humans.
हाँ मतलब जो एक्सटिंक्शन टू due to reasons caused by the anthropo or human activities.
Yeah. Okay, next question comes is what is the difference between pioneer species and the climax species?
So the primary establishment of an area is done by the pioneer species who starts the succession, ecological succession, and the last stage of it is done by the climax species. That is why it is called climax species.
Exactly. When a new area is being like habited by a new species, then it is a pioneer species, and when it reaches to its climax, so in that time it is called as the climax species. And the stages, what is the name of stages which are between, like which exist between pioneer and climax? That is called as several stages. SERL, several stages.
SERAL, Cyril.
Yeah. Yes. What is homeostasis?
This is the process of burning down food and producing energy and also getting heat out of it. That is homeostatic.
Yeah, that can be like one process. So in homeostasis, you are like making yourself comfortable in compared to the external environment. I will be repeating the statements, and like you have to just try to decipher that it is correct or not. Okay. So first statement is the food chain is bidirectional.
Incorrect.
Correct.
Yeah, perfect.
गल
Next question
गलत है
is,
गलत.
yes, it is not correct statement. Next question is the pyramid of energy is both upright and inverted.
Incorrect.
Why so?
I think एनर्जी का शायद वो होता है आई थिंक इन्वर्टेड ही होता है सिर्फ और सिर्फ
उसमें
No, it
10%
is
वाला
only
लॉ
upright.
होता है.
अपराइट हाँ
Yeah,
सॉरी
yeah,
अपराइट
10%.
10% लॉस हो जाता है हाँ
10% ही पहुंचता है. 10% लॉ है ऐसा.
Okay, so next question is grazing food chain provides more energy as compared to the detritus chain. True or false?
फॉल्स
True. I think this is true.
Okay,
आई थिंक फॉल्स
actually the terrestrial ecosystem has a much larger fraction of energy flows through the detritus food chain. Okay, so just remember this point. Now I have a question for you, so just try to solve it. I'm speaking the question with reference to food chain in ecosystem. Which of the following kind of organisms are known as decomposer? So the options are virus, fungi, bacteria. Now you have to try कि इनमें से कौन सा है जो कि decomposer की like decomposer stage में होगा. The options are virus, fungi, bacteria.
Fungi.
Bacterias and fungi.
हाँ बैक्टीरिया फंगी
And why not?
Explicitly, virus is not.
Okay, because virus requires the host to replicate, and in dead organisms there is no host as such. Okay, so virus would be eliminated. The answer would be 2 and 3. That is bacteria and fungi. Okay. Now next question.
पूछूं क्या मैं?
Yeah, please.
तो एक टर्म होती है बायोस्फीयर. व्हाट इज बायोस्फीयर?
Okay, so see, biosphere में क्या होता है? Actually में there are 3 different layer of atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere where they intersect and like creates a life which is comfortable and sustainable for the human being and all those organisms.
हाँ करेक्ट. मतलब 3 कंसेंट्रिक सर्कल बनाए तो उसमें जो बीच वाला शेडेड एरिया बनेगा ना, और 3 कंसेंट्रिक सर्कल में एटमॉस्फेयर, लिथोस्फेयर और हाइड्रोस्फेयर, तो उसके बीच में जो ओवरलैपिंग एरिया, दैट इज बायोस्फीयर. ठीक है. व्हाट इज बायोम? BIOME, बायोम. अच्छा, there is a hint. That is, this is related to biosphere itself.
Actually, जब biosphere का divide किया जाता है in different parts, so that is biome. For example, like no 2 biomes are similar. They have the different features and characteristic of that specific biosphere biome. For example, if we take the equatorial or we take the taiga, so we know that these are the biomes, but all those have the different features in itself.
Yes, correct. तो उसमें 4 पैरामीटर है, वो याद रखना है, क्लाइमेट, वेजिटेशन, एनिमल लाइफ और सॉइल टाइप। ये अगर 4 क्योंकि बायोस्फीयर के डिवीजन करेंगे तो ये 4 पैमानों पे करेंगे, और जो 4 पैमानों पे अलग अलग एरियाज बनेंगे दैट विल बी बायोम। बड़ा कंफ्यूजिंग होता है, बार बार बायोम भूल जाते हैं, व्हाट इज बायोम। ठीक है, तो एक और क्वेश्चन है कि बताना ट्रू और फॉल्स। तो किसी पर्टिकुलर रीजन के इकोसिस्टम में सबसे ज्यादा डाइवर्सिटी कहाँ होगी। पहला स्टेटमेंट बता रहा हूँ कि मोर इन द एक्वेटिक, इन द टेरेस्ट्रियल।
Can you repeat that in English, please?
Okay, I'll. So the question is, in which out of the following areas, you have to find out the true and false. And the question is, कि in a particular area, where we will find more number of biodiversity, is it the terrestrial or the aquatic ecosystem?
Aquatic.
Yes,
I think
yes,
it's
you're correct.
aquatic.
More number of biodiversity in the aquatic ecosystem. And
Yeah.
can you tell me the reason why?
Reason I can remember.
Okay, so it's very simple. Due to complexities of food chain and food web, there is
Yes.
more opportunity for organism to flourish there.
Okay.
Acha, what's the basic difference between food chain and food web?
The interconnected food chains of food web.
Correct. Say true and false. Food web is unidirectional.
False.
Food chain is multidirectional.
False.
Food chain is larger unit than food web.
False.
Correct. तो बिल्कुल सही बताया. You have said all of them correctly.
Okay, so now let's move to next topic, that is a pyramid of biomass and pyramid of numbers and pyramid of energy. So if anyone would like to just brief them in less time.
So in short, we can understand the pyramid is simply a triangle, and we will have layers on the of it, and in different layers we'll have different type of organisms. That is very simple, crude. Okay, and yes, so there are multiple types. I have to do in very short. So multiple types. So pyramid of number, pyramid of biomass, and pyramid of energy. So in numbers, you will find number of producers, consumers. In biomass also, producers, consumers, and in productivity, energy, the same. The difference is that there is their efficiency, na? and their quantity there. So in pyramid of numbers, you will find if some pyramid is inverted, na? So in inverted, you will find the more number of organism wala trophic level in towards the lower side. For example, the pyramid of number simply. तो इन ग्रासलैंड इकोसिस्टम क्या होगा कि क्योंकि ग्रासेस वुड बी एट द लोअर ट्रॉफिक लेवल, उसके ऊपर जो हर्बीवोर्स होंगे, देन सेकेंडरी कंज्यूमर, देन द टॉप कार्निवोर्स, है ना. एंड इन पॉन्ड आल्सो दिस इज द सेम, द और द टुवर्ड्स द लोअर एंड there would be zooplanktons, phytoplanktons, then there would be small fishes eating them, and above them would be large fishes, and above them sharks. Okay, and there are also say pyramid of numbers which are inverted, na. So in inverted you will find decomposers or the parasites. So the parasites would be in the large quantities and the producers would be in the less quantity. Remember this point. Pyramid of biomass कभी upright होता है, you will find upward. क्यों? क्योंकि top carnivores are less in numbers, है ना? And what is remaining now? Pyramid of energy. Yes, the pyramid of energy is always upright, always upright. Why? Because we have discussed there is a 10% law. There is a 10, only the 10% of the energy is transferred from one trophic to the other trophic level. So if primary producers produces 100 kilocalorie of energy, na, so the primary consumer would have only the 10% of it, say the goat or the grasshopper, है ना? In the secondary consumer would have 1 by 10 of it, again the mouse, etc., and the vultures eating the mouse would have again the 10%. Thereby the top consumers or the carnivore have to eat a lot.
Okay. So what is the difference between biomagnification and bioaccumulation?
So magnification is, by the term itself, defines that the quantity of the waste or say hazardous material which any animal has eaten up is getting increased now. And accumulation is what the same amount of quantity, the same quantity is moving across trophic levels in the same amount. For example, the DDT, the famous DDT, which causes harms to vultures, na? That is getting accumulated, na?
Correct. Okay, so there is one statement, just try to answer it, that ecological pyramids accommodates the food webs. True or false?
Accommodate, I don't understand the word here, accommodate, but I'll have a guess ki yes, true, they accommodate because there's interlinking in them.
But see, the statement is false because ecological pyramids accommodates the food chain. They depict the food chain. They doesn't depict that there is a food web existing. Getting?
अच्छा
For
अच्छा अच्छा
example,
अच्छा, हाँ हाँ, getting, there's no
okay,
interrelation there. Okay,
yeah, okay.
good. मतलब वो unidirectional वाला point is here.
Yes. In which of the there is one cycle in which there is the weathering that take place and creates the ongoing cycle. So which type of cycle is that, sulfur cycle, phosphorus, hydrogen, or whichever?
Phosphorus वाले में weathering is the most important process क्योंकि उससे पत्थर वगैरह बनते हैं.
Perfect. And there are 2-3 cycles like oxygen cycle, sorry, yeah, carbon cycle is there. So carbon cycle is important. Like UPSC many times ask you which of the following will release the CO2 in environment. So you should know. Then sulfur, you know. So just basic idea. And also the gaseous cycles are in the form of gases, and sedimentary cycles are in the form of nutrients available in the earth crust. So just have a basic idea, like UPSC might ask anytime. And then what are cyanobacterias? Like where they are found actually? This was the question this year. Cyanobacteria.
Yes. Uh, so one request to everyone, please, you can answer. You can answer here. This platform is open to everyone. There is no issue of answering correct or wrong. The main key here is to give your take and learn yourself. So अगर किसी को answer करना तो please go on, answer this question. Okay, so question is about cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria are also called blue-green algae. They are the ecological indicators. They grow in the pollutant-free region, and they are also primary producers.
And blue-green algae, okay, just they belongs to this blue-green algae. The question is which of the following will add the nitrogen to the soil? So first is excretion of urea, burning of coal, and third is death of vegetation. So which among them will add nitrogen to the soil?
Last one, death of vegetation, I guess.
Only death of the vegetation. See, fertilizer are the biggest source of nitrogen. Okay, so just remember they will also add, and burning of coal also contains the nitrogen in it. So the answer would be all. All of them will add nitrogen. Okay, what is carbon sink and methane sink?
Ma'am, carbon sink is that the area or the process where it captures carbon dioxide. So in the same way it goes for methane. So which captures some methane and stores it. Mm.
Exactly correct. So there was also one question on this as well. Like in 2021, they asked what is blue carbon, and in 2017 they asked the sources of carbon sequestration. So like these topics are interrelated. So what is blue carbon? Anyone?
Ma'am, I'm guessing. Please, make sure it is right or wrong. But what I'm guessing is that blue carbon is associated with the water bodies that can, take through what evaporation. In the process of evaporation, I think this blue carbon has some relation with that. I don't know, but I'm guessing it.
वो जो कार्बन is sequestered by the oceans or the water bodies is basically blue carbon.
Yeah, PSI, you are almost there. You are correct. Okay, so blue carbon is what? The carbon stored by the ocean and coastal areas. And if I ask what is green carbon, so that is the storage of carbon by the forest and the trees, plants. Okay. So like the name of carbon changes and the concept remains the same. Okay, one statement is there, try to solve. That the methane is more potent GHG than CO2.
No. CO2 is more potent.
Yes, ma'am.
CO2 is
Methane is
emitted by the
methane has more I think what do you call greenhouse gas potential. I think so. It is methane has more than carbon dioxide. I think carbon has value of 1. I think, but it is around 15 to 20 times more than carbon dioxide.
It
Methane.
is 84 times. Okay, just remember roughly 80 to 84 times. Okay, like not 10
Okay.
to 12, but 84 times.
Okay.
It is a huge amount.
So okay, ma'am.
Okay, so next is what are methane hydrates? This is also asked by UPSC in 2020 or might be like in recent years only they have asked this one. Methane hydrates.
Again, I think it is related to fire extinguisher, something like that. Because hydrate is where water molecules present. So maybe I'm guessing that may be used in factories or industries, something like that.
Okay, yeah, like
तो
almost. Yes, yes, please.
तो जो methane gets trapped in the water bodies or say the ice caps ना, that is the methane hydrate. When we uh, uh, when we distinguish the name, na chemical name, that is methane plus hydrates. So that is formed or that is stored in the ice caps.
Absolutely correct. And also like methane hydrates के जो like highest sources है, they are found in China. South China Sea and like Arctic Sea, all those regions are known for methane hydrates. And the same concept one is there that what are permafrost, because methane hydrates are also trapped in the permafrost. So can you please relate it?
Ma'am, I guess I can. Because permafrost is a land area that is seized or accumulated by ice at least for 2 years.
2 years or 2 decades?
Ma'am, 2 years I think. I'm not sure, but I remember only 2 years I guess.
Okay. Yeah, okay, 2 years it is. Okay, I thought it is 2 decades. Might be a confusion. So next is the like which source is the highest known for the methane emissions?
Methane anthropogenic sources.
And to what it includes?
Agriculture, everything related to agriculture, that may be post
Yeah,
harvesting or
first.
during the harvest.
Exactly. So agriculture contributes to around 40% to the methane emissions. So that is really important. And like there is one, what we call it, protocol known for the methane emissions reduction. So what is the name of that proclamation or convention, if anyone knows? Okay, so that is Colombo Declaration. Colombo Declaration. Okay, just keep your Google also like just keep it on so that you can just check it check it in detail. Okay, Colombo Declaration, and it was started by UNEP. Colombo Declaration. Okay. Okay. So next is we have discussed methane sink, and now we are moving to a question. So the question is, which of the following statements are correct regarding the deposit of methane hydrates? First statement, global warming might
Yes.
trigger the release of methane gas. Second statement, large deposits of methane hydrate are found in Arctic tundra and under the seafloor. Third statement, methane in atmosphere oxidizes to carbon dioxide after a decade one or two. Now please try to answer it. Options are 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, or 1 and 3 all.
First option and second option. South China Sea, you said, right? South China Sea.
Okay, third is also correct because methane in atmosphere oxidizes to CO2 after a decade or two, means it remains for a long time. And also we discussed that it is more potent, around 84 times than the CO2. So that is really important.
One thing I would like to add here, कि I just Google about that Colombo Declaration. So that is with respect to nitrogen, है ना? That was signed by UNEP and got technical assistance from
Really.
International Nitrogen Management System.
Yes, but methane is being added in one of the subclause of that Colombo Declaration.
Achha, with nitrogen, methane is added as subclause.
Yeah.
Achha, okay. Yes, please continue.
Okay, so next statement is epiphytes. Epiphytes. So epiphytes are found only in polar areas. True or false?
False, false होना चाहिए. They are found in the saline areas.
Exactly. They are found in saline areas, and moreover, they are found in the equatorial zone. Okay. And okay, so next question is taiga. Taiga is treeless. The biome taiga is treeless. Is it?
Biome, taiga,
Yeah.
Taiga, taiga.
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, please repeat that question.
The question is the taiga biome is treeless in nature.
No, ma'am. No, coniferous trees are there. Tundra is treeless, I guess.
Yeah, tundra is treeless. Perfect. So tundra is treeless and taiga biome have many tree-like pine spruce. Okay, so next question we are having is the rainforest biome. Like anyone can tell me 2 to 3 points regarding the rainforest biome?
Ma'am, regarding rainforest biome, this is a biome where canopies of trees are found, like maybe high density, low density, so open forest, everything. So it adds much amount of oxygen into the atmosphere, and this forms a major part of oxygen liberation area. So that's what I am unable to recall.
Yes, added to on it, the rainforest regions are found near the equator, 10 degree plus, 10 degree minus of the equator, and also they, जो canopy formation, they are very dense forest, and the soil is there not much productive for agriculture.
Correct, because like soil is leached at a tremendous rate, so that is really not apt for the agriculture. Okay, next question is where can you find the xerophytic vegetation?
So if I am not wrong, that they are found in the waterless or water starved regions.
Absolutely correct. So they are found in the desert areas where the water is really scarce in nature, and they are drought resistance as well. So they have to be thick. They have to be very much thick, and like
Hmm.
there should be waxy leaves so that they can reduce the water through transpiration. Okay, and there exist 5 types of aquatic organisms. I would be speaking the name if anyone can just brief it what it is actually. Benthos.
These would be in the bottom. Benthos, सबसे नीचे Benthos.
Yeah, bottom ocean, deep down ocean. Next is necton. What is necton?
Nectons have related with nectar found by the flying honeybees. So they are these, I guess they are floating, or say swimming.
Okay. See, necton are actually the fast swimmers. Like, for example, whale is there, dolphin is there, so they comes in the category of necton. Okay, and benthos are the benthic, which are found in the bottom area. Neuston are the organisms which are found at the air-water interface. Okay, where like water and air touches each other, on that to specific location, Neuston are found. Okay. Then photic zone, aphotic zone, anyone? Photic, aphotic, what are these?
Area or zone where light enters and where light doesn't enter. Photic and aphotic.
Perfect. And photic is also called as euphotic or
Ma'am, sorry to ma'am. Actually, I joined just now. Looking at some voice chat is initiated. I did not do anything. So there are some terms very new to me. Can you please spell it out, like because I'm quite new to this.
Okay, LIM-NETIC, limnatic. Limnatic means limnatic. Don't worry, PSI, I will forward the PDF to you even, okay? So just go
Okay,
through that. Also, if you have any issues in spelling, I will type it out later, okay?
okay, man. Thank
Just
you.
remind me later. Okay, so next I would be speaking one statement. Higher the pollution, lesser would be the BOD. Higher the polluted water or higher the pollution in water, BOD would be lesser. True or false?
Ma'am, higher pollution, higher BOD.
Perfect. And what would be less? DO?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Dissolved
So
oxygen, yes.
so dissolved oxygen would be less. Why? So because it would be required in the decomposition, which would be decreasing the amount of oxygen present in the water. Okay. And then there are basic services which we know. Okay. So we won't be discussing them in detail. And now, okay. Okay. Where do we found dugong? UGONG. Where do we found them?
Ma'am, in Park Bay areas of India and some southern part of Atlantic, some Atlantic Ocean, not Arctic, Antarctic, but Atlantic and Pacific regions, bottom part of.
Okay, correct. Let me speak one statement. Dugong are found along the entire coast of India. Dugong are found along the entire coast of India. True,
False.
false.
False,
False.
ma'am.
So it is found only on the west coast of India and not on the east coast of India. Okay? So the statement is false. What are wetlands and estuaries?
Wetlands is like the areas where water accumulates or stores itself to form some area where it accommodates a much larger biodiversity or some species. Estuary is that formed due to river basin or riverine kind of.
तो वेटलैंड फॉर वेटलैंड एक सिंपल पैरामीटर इज 6 मीटर. तो जब लो टाइड वाटर इज नॉट डेप्थ इज नॉट मोर देन 6 मीटर, दैट एरिया कंप्लीट एरिया इज एन वेटलैंड. और एस्चुरीज वो ना व्हेन रिवर्स transform into small streams, that are estuaries.
Yeah, where river touches the sea mouth or where it meets the sea mouth. So that is estuary.
Estuaries, yes. This is
These
using a
are
formula
the
called delta formation.
delta, yeah. And also it is the transitional zone. So again, it is also a ecotone. Like it is also an ecotone we have discussed earlier. The estuarine ecosystem is found to around which areas in India?
Sorry,
Eastern areas. Sundarbans.
Yeah, Sundarbans, Bay of Bengal, and mostly they are found on east coast of India, and there are very lesser estuaries on the west coast, and also they are small in nature.
Yes, ma'am.
What are halophytes?
Ma'am, this thing, Sundarbans related, what do you call this?
salt water वाला.
Yes, ma'am, salt.
Yeah,
Mangroves, example.
that is a fine example. Yeah. Okay, and mangroves are found in Sundarbans, Bay of Bengal, and it is the only region where you can find the Royal Bengal tiger. Okay, so here comes a question. Okay, so the question is, which of the following depicts the functional role of an organisms? If you like require the option, so I can give it, else just write. Which of the following depicts the functional role of an organism?
Ecological niche.
Yeah, correct. So ecological niche is the correct answer. One more question. Why are mangroves not found beyond subtropics? Means why they are found around tropical and subtropical only?
And this I can guess कि they want a certain level of salinity. This is due to salinity.
Yes, and also they require the high solar radiation. So because like high solar radiations cannot be felt after the subtropics, and salinity is also higher in these regions. So because of this, mangroves are found specifically here.
So there, when we see mangroves, there is a different type of root modification. What are these roots called?
New metaphors. So new metaphors,
Exact.
and also there is one more stilt root. So stilt root system are kind of system which like
Hmm.
help to stand alone. Means it act as a spotting system.
Yes.
Okay, a Wetland International is an international organization. True, false?
Yes. True. True. International NGO.
It is a false statement because it is an NGO, no? So how it can be intergovernmental organization?
Arey, you asked for an international organization, and I said
I
it
was
can be
saying,
NGO.
okay, but I was asking intergovernmental. Might be
No, no,
there is
not.
okay. In that case, you are correct.
No, no. Governments don't make such names like international something something.
Exactly. Also, if we talk about BirdLife International or Conservation International, so all of them are NGO.
NGOs only, and only place where we'll find international, and that is IMF.
Yes. Okay, what is Montreux's record? And also, if anyone can tell me any five wetlands which are declared recently in last 2 years, 2 3 years, any five wetlands, and what is Montreux's record? Two questions are there.
Ma'am, second question is Ramsar sites, newly declared Ramsar site. What's the second? Montreux record is, okay, if you want to continue, you can.
हाँ नहीं आप बता रहे तो प्लीज आप बता दीजिए यू कैन से प्लीज देन आई अदरवाइज आई विल
Montreux record is some, it registers, or it is a record of those wetlands where some damage is happening, or due to some anthropogenic activities or maybe industrial. So those are put in that, those wetlands are put in that record. And coming to the second question, I am. Did you ask us recently added Ramsar sites or what?
I'll add on to the second question. That was the famous Kyola Dev in Rajasthan, or say the Chilika, but Chilika was later on removed from that. and also one lake from Manipur, that is Loktak.
But Loktak is not very recently. But yeah, Loktak is in Manipur, and Loktak comes in the Montreux record. How many total in Montreux?
In Montreux record,
Yes.
two, ma'am, only two, I guess.
Yeah, only two. One from Kevla Dev, Rajasthan, and one from Manipur, Loktak.
It's from Manipur. Yes, ma'am, two only. Before that, I think Chilka was, part of that, but due to some development and something, it was removed.
Yes. Where is Bhoj wetlands?
Bhoj wetland is in Uttar Pradesh or Haryana, ma'am?
No, this is found in Madhya Pradesh, capital city, Bhopal.
Okay.
Yes, so Bhoj wetlands are found in MP, only MP. Then we have one more. Where are Harike wetlands?
This is
Punjab.
Okay. There would be a rapid asking. Okay, so for 1 minute, I will be speaking the name of wetlands. You have to just put the state name. So first is Vula Lake.
No idea.
Vula Jammu. Depoy Bill.
Bill is from Assam, ma'am. Depot Bill, Assam.
Yeah, Loktak.
Loktak, Manipur.
Sundarbans.
West Bengal and other
Bhitarkanika.
Deepak Kanika, Orissa.
Odisha. Chilka.
Orissa, ma'am.
Same.
Point Kalima.
Point Kalimar, Tamil Nadu.
In south somewhere, I guess, Tamil Nadu.
Yeah, Tamil Nadu. Shashtam Kota.
No, ma'am, no idea.
Kerala.
Kerala.
Yeah, Sambha Lake.
Sambar Lake, Rajasthan.
Kanjli.
No idea.
No idea.
Punjab.
Ma'am, Kanjli.
Yeah, Kanjli.
Okay. Okay, Kanjli.
Okay, so almost we have completed the today's agenda. Though things are left, but you can revise them your own. We have taken the most important topics, which have been covered by UPSC in their previous year questions. So we have stressed more on that. Rest you can revise them. Actually, you have to revise once more. So just go through the topics which we have not discussed. And for tomorrow, we have already pinned the schedule, so you can go through that, and we will be continuing tomorrow.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am,